Let's go, Harry. 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 We are Marshall. We are Marshall. We are Marshall. We are Marshall.
So tell me a bit about your robot.
Well, it's a cheerleader, and I used the motors to to do the arms, and then I put the LED lights to kind of brighten up her pom-poms. And so I tried to think of some different arm motions so that when we actually use the sensor, because I did use a sensor to move between cheers. So I just tried to think of different chants that she could do so she could go back and forth between those.
So how does the sensor work with the robot? Can you explain to me?
Basically, I just, once we start the sequence, I just turn the knob all the way over and she does the Let's Go Herd cheer, and then when I turn it all the way to the other side to on the maximum that it goes to We Are Marshall.
What did you like most about the whole process of getting to this robot?
The creativity. It was really neat because we learned kind of the basics about creating the robot, and then we could use our imagination to decide how we were going to do it. And I had never done anything like this before, so it was really kind of a trial and error, because I thought, well, what would be something really neat to create that could move and I could use the lights, and so this was the first thing that popped into my head, and so kind of how you build that and using the different materials.
So you never did something like this before?
No.
So before we started, what were your expectations? What were your thoughts about what you're going to do?
I figured I would make something that would move, but to be honest, I was a little bit nervous about it because I wasn't sure how it would all work. I had seen someone program something before, but I didn't know what anything meant. I had just seen them on the computer dragging and dropping things, so I really didn't know what it meant, and that kind of scared me. And now that I've kind of gone through the process of what to do, it really is, understanding what each part does, and then just staying inside the box, thinking beyond the box, and not to be scared of it, because it's a lot of fun and a lot of problem solving, but you finally do get through that.
What was the most challenging part of this activity?
I think probably the most challenging part is that just trying to thinking through where you want the different sensors for your robot. So like how I knew how to build a cheerleader, but how do you get so the arms will move? Like, how do I make that piece so that it fits on the motor so they will go up and down? How does that work? And then how do I pull in the lights? And so kind of thinking through that, because again, it's something I'd never done.
Do you mind turning her around and showing us what decisions you ended up making?
So on her arms, I've used boxes because that was seemed like an easy material to use to create it, and I used these. I just kind of cut out a hole and stuck this through, so it's half inside the box, half out, but enough to where the kind of the disc-like thing shape here can attach to the arm and can go up and down. And then for the pom-poms, I really just kind of, again, just cut the holes out on the sides and kind of went through and just brought the light through the pom-pom. So once I kind of got through that, and then the hummingbird just set really nicely in there.
It's a nice touch. That it's hidden like this. Now, how do you see yourself using it in your practice in your classroom? You work with the young kids?
Yeah, we work with kids from preschool through high school.
Okay.
So I really can see us really integrating this into the curriculum. It'd be really neat to not only with introducing them to robotics, but integrating into their science and their social studies, math. There's a lot of really cool things. I work primarily with math, so kind of the projects that we do in math, project-based learning, you could really, geometry, that's something that's kind of lost in math, and so this, we could use that to build. Then we could really work with the programming, using different math concepts in that. So there's a lot of ways that we can integrate this into the classroom, and it needs to be, because kids need to be engaged and motivated. And this really, it's exciting. I can see them being really excited about it.